Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Zainodean, representing the Blue Downs for the Western Cape and the whole of South Africa, Khoi communities, as I have walked the path to visit each and every ground and do ceremony. I just want us to, you're in Western Cape, so I want us to speak one tongue first. So I'll teach you to speak Khoi in a simple prayer to guide you back home and to protect you through the day. Kangansi. 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 Kangansi abotse. Kangansi abotse. Kangansi abotse. Kangansi abotse. Cuida. Cuida. More energy, guys. More energy. Cuida. 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 KS Karma. KS Karma. KS Karema. KS Karema. Ikohoba. Ikohoba. Netses konha. Netses konha. Saudare. 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 Ninga itse. Ninga itse. Nano vire. Nano vire. Sida vire. Sida vire. Sida itse. Sida itse. Kekanganse. Kekanganse. Amase. 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 Thank you very much. Now we can speak to I just like to do a quick closing. Just thanks for everyone for visiting Cape Town, Western Cape, and coming to my area to bring us this knowledge and give my little voice a spark. Thank you, thank you very much, your beautiful speech. Let me just access. Good day to our honored guests, traditional leaders, researchers, industry partners, community members, and everyone who has traveled to join us here in the Western Cape. As conversation continues in the Western Cape and International Cannabis Symposium at the University of Cape Town, one message becomes clear: the future of cannabis must be built on justice, inclusion, and partnership. For indigenous communities, more than an industry, it is part of our heritage, our healing, and our responsibility for future generations. We do not ask for special treatment, we ask for fair opportunity to participate, to contribute our traditional knowledge, and to help build a responsible inclusion cannabis economy. In the Western Cape, we created 35 jobs with partnering with a GMP facility, and it's guys from the streets, gangsters, you name it, that is now, I can tell them about humidity, in the clone, what relative humidity, flowering, vegetation, you name it, we can speak. That's the new Sabella is speaking the terms and the jargon of the trade. And they're getting paid. That's 35 of my Edmund and Edmund, Kraaifontein, Blue Downs, and various regions in Cape Town, and we want to grow, and we're moving from cannabis into the poultry. But nevertheless, we remain committed to creating jobs, developing skills, preserving heritage, and empowering our communities together, and we can ensure no one is left behind. By combining our forces in the true spirit of Ubuntu, we can economize in unity and strengthen our collective impact for benefit of all. I leave you with these words: no more shall there be 12 tribes, there shall only be one rainbow nation. Justice, dignity, and mutual respect. Let us build a South Africa where every community has a place, every culture has a voice, and every person has the opportunity to prosper. To every delegate, thank you visiting the Western Cape for sharing your knowledge and walking this path with us. May you travel home safely And may the partnerships formed here continue to grow for the benefit of all our people. Thank you, and may God bless you. Ta. Bonjour.
Yes, as you know, it's been a long few days. I'm very tired. I'm going to sit down there. My mucus is really bad at the moment, so I feel like the bus hit me, so I'm just going to sit. If that's all right? Okay. I've been traveling for 12 weeks straight, so it's my fault. I feel like the bus hit me now, but you know, finally I get to go home on Sunday. Yes, only 30 hours to fly back, so you know, easy. Okay, so I think that what's interesting about this event, and I want to give you a bit of history about how this came about, is that Sean and I connected to actually run an event in Thailand. And so the original plan was for us to develop a very similar concept to this and to base it there. And I don't remember what the impetus was, because we were having a lot of trouble organizing. And I said, I think we should do it in South Africa. And he said, you know, what about South Africa? And I said, it's a really interesting emerging market. And I had never been here before in any way, shape, or form. So we're planning a conference. I've never been to the continent, period, from overseas. And we did it last year in Johannesburg. And it was a really nice, small event. And then it grew again to this year, and relocating it down to Cape Town. So it's been so amazing. And I don't think from when we had the event last year, we thought that it would become something that so many people told us that they really enjoyed and looked forward to and wanted to come back, and that it was such a unique event in this space. And that's been really amazing for us to see just the feedback that we've gotten, the support we've gotten from this community, and the conversations that happen here that don't happen at any other event, you know, worldwide, not just South Africa. And that's what's important for us in hosting this event here, and that's why it's kind of our flagship annual. We do have other events. We have it in Sydney in the fall. We'll be re-hosting it there again. And the idea is to kind of have all of these satellite events. But I wanted to, you know, bring back the focus of the main event, which is to bring together the globalized cannabis industry. This is not an event specifically just for South African cannabis, just as our event in Sydney is not specifically for Australian cannabis. The concept is that I travel globally. I have clients on every single continent. We all have the same problems. There is no legislation that's passed that everyone is happy with. There's no legislation that has passed that truly identifies what medical cannabis is versus adult use, that gives patients access where they need it, that allows adults to make the decision if they want to use a product that has no toxicity to it whatsoever. And that is a global issue. There's a continued level of stigma everywhere you go. Canada says that we're fully legal. Why are the stores fully blacked out? Why can't you bring your children in the store with you? Why can you only have 30 grams at one time? I can go buy 100 liters of alcohol, and other than helping me to my car, the staff will not ask me any questions. But if I want to carry 31 grams of cannabis, the police can arrest me. These are the things that all of us who work in the industry know don't make any sense. But what we need to do as an industry is not just talk about it, we have to take action. And that is, we hope between each of these events that all of you still connect with each other. We're in the WhatsApp chat now. If you're not in there, you can come and find me to join. And you reach out to other people. We've brought international speakers here not to tell people in South Africa how to do things correctly or how to do things the right way. I don't think anyone's done it the right way. But I think that's a great position for you to use leverage. If you find a piece of Canadian legislation that you quite like, government's typically more responsive, but another country has done it, and you can utilize that as leverage. You can speak to those of us, the stakeholders in those markets, to come to communities with you, to talk to my quality association, to back what you're doing. So no one is here to tell any other country how to do their own thing. And whenever countries do come to us for consultation, and they say, we want to copy Canada's regulations, I say, you can't do that. You don't have the same cultural history, you don't have the same indigenous history, you don't have the same economic history. We're looking at how you do agriculture, how you do pharma, how you do natural health products, how you do traditional medicine, indigenous medicine. All of that has to be taken into account. Taking a system from another country and wiping out your entire history to replicate it is going to fail 100 times. And so that is why we have these conversations to bring people together. So what I'd like to ask all of you is to sort of think of, at the end of this event, what you've heard. I'm sure you've heard a lot of stuff. Which of those things upset you the most? Which of those things sound like the most illogical thing that you are willing to put time and passion and effort towards to make a change and give your time and whatever other resources you have to move the needle forward? Whether that's joining our quality association, whether it's forming something yourself, there's tons of other ones to participate in. But this, I'm hoping, is not just a think tank. I'm hoping it's an action tank as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. Well, I haven't really got much to add. All I want to really say is just beware the echo chamber, explore the world. We're not going to change anything unless we're global about this. And coming to South Africa, I went to very left-wing university in the UK in the 1980s. So South Africa, without it even knowing it, is within my genes because we heard about the freedom fights, and I understood that South Africa is a great place to start a global freedom movement. It really is. And I also come from an English punk rock background, so it's anarchy and freedom, and free the world, and let cannabis rule. So that's all I want to leave with it. There's nothing else I have to say. Everybody else has said it. Thank you very much.
Just know that when Myrtle wags her finger, I would just like to, on behalf of our amazing Ubuntu-filled, rainbow-colored cannabis community, to thank you two individuals from the bottom of our hearts. We know what it's taken, and we know the late hours. I know all of the early morning conversations that we've had. It's been a year in the making, and thank you for trusting us with this amazing event and for your efforts. We said from the beginning, come. Nobody's going to try and sell you anything. And I really do. It's real from the bottom of your heart efforts. It's not any commercial interests. It's just a passion. And not necessarily a passion for networking, but for cannabis, but a passion for networking. You were talking about the echo chamber. Everything that happens in cannabis is a microcosm of what happens in the world. And every industry needs a really strong network. And I think that we've made great strides over the last 2 days for strengthening our international network. And we thank you, and we applaud you, and we love you.
Thanks, everybody.
Let's go get started.